Over 2,000 years ago, this ordinary-looking field was the stage for the Battle of Zama, the final, decisive clash between Rome and Carthage. Here, Hannibal's war elephants rampaged and Scipio's tactical brilliance changed the course of history. This wasn't just a fight between armies, it was a battle of innovation and desperation between two legendary minds. What happened here didn't just end a war, it set the direction for Western civilization for centuries. Let's dive into the twists, the chaos, and the genius that made Zama unforgettable. The story starts with Hannibal's most infamous weapon. Hannibal brought 80 elephants to Zama, hoping to shatter the Roman lines with sheer force. But many of these elephants were inexperienced and panicked at the Roman army's deafening noise. Instead of charging the enemy, they turned back, trampling Hannibal's own troops and sowing chaos before the real battle began. The mighty beasts meant to win the day ended up crippling Carthage's chances. Hannibal's secret weapon had backfired spectacularly. Scipio Africanus anticipated the elephant charge and devised a simple, brilliant counter. He arranged his troops in columns, creating wide lanes through the Roman lines. As the elephants charged, Roman soldiers funneled them harmlessly through these gaps, neutralizing the threat. Scipio's discipline and foresight turned Hannibal's greatest asset into a non-factor. The Romans held their formation and morale, ready for the next phase. The real test was about to begin. Zama was the climax of the Second Punic War, a 17-year struggle that nearly destroyed Rome. Hannibal had terrorized Italy for years, but now the fight was on Carthaginian soil. Both sides were exhausted, and everything hinged on this one battle. The outcome would decide who controlled the Mediterranean and shaped the future of the Western world. The stakes could not have been higher. Before the battle, Hannibal and Scipio met face-to-face in a tense, historic parley. Hannibal offered peace, proposing Carthage surrender its overseas territories if Rome would spare the city. Scipio refused, trust was gone, and Rome demanded unconditional surrender. The chance for diplomacy vanished. Two of history's greatest generals parted ways, knowing only one would emerge victorious. The final confrontation was set. After the elephant chaos, the main infantry lines clashed in a brutal struggle. Hannibal's veterans pushed the Romans to the brink, but the tide turned when Roman cavalry, led by Massinissa, returned at the perfect moment. Instead of rejoining the flanks, they struck Hannibal's rear, trapping his forces. Surrounded and attacked from both sides, the Carthaginian army collapsed. Scipio's hammer and anvil tactics sealed the victory. Hannibal's fate and Carthage's was decided. Zama's defeat was catastrophic for Carthage. Rome imposed harsh terms. Carthage lost its navy, territories, and even the right to wage war without Roman approval. The once mighty empire was reduced to a shadow of itself, burdened by crushing debt. Rome's dominance was now unchallenged, paving the way for its rise as the Mediterranean's superpower. The balance of power had shifted forever. Zama became a case study in military strategy for centuries to come. Scipio's tactics, his handling of elephants, combined arms and perfect timing, are still taught in military academies today. The battle's lessons in leadership, innovation, and psychology remain relevant. Zama's legacy lives on in the way wars are fought and won. Its impact echoes far beyond the ruins of Carthage and the glory of Rome. The Battle of Zama is more than a historical event. It's a story of genius, failure, and the twists that shape history. It reminds us that the past is full of drama, innovation, and lessons for today. If you enjoyed this deep dive, subscribe for more incredible stories from history. Thanks for watching. And remember, history is never just about dates and names. It's about the people, the choices, and the moments that changed everything.